So, welcome back to the channel, and here we are with my new to me Transit Custom 2019. So it's a 7-year-old vehicle, 2026 now, so 2019, 7-year-old in it. So it's got ply lining, obviously. We've got us bulkhead already. So what we're going to do is going to start racking it out, because obviously you can see I'm just throwing some tools in because I could do a couple of jobs when I got it. But obviously it's a bit of an inconvenience having everything laid out on the floor and you can't use the floor space, which is exactly why I bought this van. It's bigger than the Transit Connect that I had. Was great, that Connect, but it did cost me a lot of money to keep it running. Hopefully this will be a bit more reliable and will get us through some more jobs and earn us some money, because that is what it's for. So what I'm going to do before we start ply lining it, we're going to be putting some racking in, or shelves basically. So I'm just going to go through. I have got no design whatsoever for this, by the way, so I'm just going to take a few measurements of what I want to put on the shelves, make sure the shelves are big enough, maybe do them in 2 sections here, one up to here, and then do another section of shelving for around this box here. It's a bit of an awkward place is the wheel arch, because you lose a lot of storage there. But yeah, we're going to start with this section I think here, but first I'm going to paint this. So I've got some paint ready. I'm even going to put my dust sheet down because I'm a professional, you know what I mean. Just chuck it in there so we don't get it everywhere. So we'll be using this garden paint here. It's just some that I got cheap. It's not too bad. Slate grey. Just give it a coat of paint. Might as well while it's here. Tidy it up a bit. And just so you know, the company that I bought it off said they was going to ply line it regardless of whether it needed doing. Well, they never did it, so you know what, we're going to name and shame if you want. Pet hate is when people say they're going to do something and they don't. But I suppose most car dealers you come across do that anyway, tell you a lot of things that they're going to do and then don't do it. So there we go, giving it a coat of paint there. Well, this is just one side of the van. So like I said, this is just like standard garden fence paint stuff. Multi-service garden colour by Fortress, matte grey. The grey is quite a good colour, helps contrast your eyes a little bit. Could probably do with doing the bulkhead as well. I haven't got any paint for that. I don't really want to do that in grey as well. I mean, I suppose I could, but I'm not going to do. So we're going to crack on with some shelving at this side anyway. So what I need to do is basically take some measurements and start designing in my head what I want to do. It's just going to be some basic shelving really. Do a van racking, but from what I've heard on social media, they're not very good. They don't fit right in the van, so you're probably better off doing a bespoke thing. And there are companies out there that do bespoke van solutions. For instance, they do like false floors and drawers and things like that, and they look really nice and good when they've kitted them out. However, that's a couple of £1,000 I don't have to spend. So this is what we're doing. Doing it myself, and at least I can make sure I've got everything that I need to get on shelves, because this is just an absolute mess at the moment. So let's get cracking. I have things like this where I keep my plumbing fittings, so I'd like to be able to stack them in shelves. Now you can stack these on top of each other, very similar to the T-stack system that DeWalt do, but these being drawers are easier to open. When you got them in shelves, at least you can just put your hand on them. So what you need to do is you need to measure the width that you need for them to sit on a shelf properly. So this is about 14 inch, so if we make the shelf 15 inch wide, it should bring us past this section here. So we're going to bring it up to this section here where the wheel arch is, and just basically bring it out to there. Now it's a little bit uneven, isn't it? So you may need to make the one at the back slightly. So sheet of plywood from Wicks here in the UK is £30. So I got two. So this project is costing me about £60 to do. So what I'm going to do is transfer my measurements to the plywood and start making some shelves then. So there, I've cut them to where I need to be, roughly. Say roughly. Just going to sand the edges off now a little bit and start assembling some shelf unit. So I need to get a vacuum cleaner underneath one of the shelves. So it needs to be high enough at one side for that, and then I might stack a shelf in at the other side to get some bits and pieces in. But we'll get this unit assembled and fitted in the van, and then we'll start on the second one. Basically what you've got here now is the gap here. So obviously when you look at it by the eye you don't see it, but obviously that can be scribed in now to bring it in a little bit, and there'll be a little bit out of the corner there as well, so we'll get that done now. Should be able just to take it off. It should me just measure that there. Yeah, it should just be this corner here, roughly there. But what I'll do is I'll scribe it out. So guys, top tip, once you've cut the one section off the other side, if it's the same profile as the other side, you just use it as a template. So there we go. You got almost perfect scribe there. Not too fussed what it looks like. It is in a bit further at that side, not too bothered about that one. There we go. It's in. Looks good. Right, got a bit more to do to it now. So as you can see, I've added some more shelves in there. Now we do need to put something here to create a lip, stop things sliding off, but we're not going to do that just yet. So we've got another section to make, but that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video.